I have no idea if this is functioning or not. I guess we'll find out in a second. Oh, people are saying hi. It must be working. Hello. Well, this is... Thank you, Katie. Quite the setup. That may or may not completely work. We'll figure it out in a minute, I guess. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, this is my kitchen. It's a bit of a mess. Thank you, Lulz Gamer. My ability to read chat messages may be somewhat impaired by the fact that it's a tiny little screen right here. Thank you, Morel. Yeah, it's not a bad kitchen. It's okay. It's got like some water damage and the floor's not great over there. But I've made it look at least not terrible for the sake of this this one angle. If I were to turn you around, you would see worse. Thank you, Nix. But since it's just popped on, it's my normal Brio webcam sitting on top of a tripod, but not attached in any way. So if a dog walks by, it's coming apart, having frame issues. Okay, let's see. No, I can't turn it around. Thank you, Outlander, for the tier 3. Thank you, Nix. Chicken was the one thing I get to make. It's very good. We'll see if I can do it justice. Thank you, Alison. It is stuttering a bit on my upload. I may turn down the... I don't know if this will make it better or worse. Let's see. Thank you, Turbid. I'm trying. Output. Make it worse. I'm doing this wirelessly. Thank you, Mr. Caulk. Okay. Now let's see if we hold a little bit more steady at 4. How are we doing now? Are we looking okay? Thank you. Evaded, sort of. Feels invasive. Nah, I did this. I don't have a double oven. Thank you, Desta. That's a microwave. That's an oven. It's a big microwave, but it's still a microwave. Much better. Okay. It's a little bit less quality. Thank you, King, for the tier 2 sub. A little bit lower quality, but I guess maybe it's more stable, so we're good. It is a fancy microwave. It is a microwave. Thank you, Space. I don't know. It came with a house, man. None of this is my doing. Just letting that catch up a little bit. Thank you, Cody. While that's due, I'm going to start gathering stuff. So I figured probably the best way to do things would be I'm going to make the pasta because it has to rest for like 30 minutes. So I'm going to make the pasta dough. Thank you, Nix. Make the pasta dough. Then I'll do the chicken and then roll and cut the pasta and cook it because it only takes like 3 minutes to cut the pasta. So I am going to go ahead and get the pasta water at least kind of started. Thank you, the mighty Yalwin. Also... because I figured, you can't really see it too well, but I have taped a webcam here. Thank you, Caroline. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing over the stove part. So that looks like this. It's held on by just backing tape, though, so might end up in the food at some point. Thank you, Havendale. We'll see. The whole thing is really slapped together. Very slapdash. Who knows when it's going to go wrong. Thank you, Ace Space Fox. This is the sink over here. That's where water comes from. Sinks. Go figure. Oh, right. Hang on. There we go. As per tradition from the last one. Thank you, Flare Cobra. Ah, yes. Thank you, Sith Forever. Okay, everybody ready for Extra Life this weekend? I didn't actually put on an apron. I just cut away so that you could see what was underneath my clothes. Yeah, I wish. Thank you, Phoenix Crystal. Okay, lots of water. Throw that back there because it's going to be a while before we need it. Go ahead and put salt in it. Thank you, Elias. Liberally salt. Liberally. Burn. Fancy pasta pot. It's not fancy at all. Also, that's flipped. So while it's correct this way, thank you, Saffric Jim. You'll notice, like, this is the right, but on the camera it's the left. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Saber Swan. I don't need to turn that up that high. All right, let's make pasta. I've done it exactly once. So what could go wrong? Yeah, the recipe I found online, pretty simple. Got the pantry back there. Thank you, Nix. Flour. A little bit of olive oil. Thank you, Danielle. Some eggs. Ooh, do I have eggs? Yes, I do. Okay. And salt. Last time I did it, I just did it right here on this. By the way, how's the sound? Sound good? Thank you, the Echo Sin 5s. Again, I may miss messages just because it's very hard to see them as they go by. But I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Thank you, Evan Doom Guy. I don't know how far back Evan Doom Guy is. Battle Buddies Kiss on Extra Life? Maybe. Thank you, Loud Silent One. Sounds fine? Okay, good. I did test it a bit. I've done a fair amount of testing to see how this was going to work, but you never know until it actually goes live. Thank you, Decaying Blossom. Now, last time when I made the pasta, I did it just right on this mat. Then the book that came with my pasta maker was like, idiot, just use a bowl. So I'm going to do that this time. Thank you, Glorious Spirit. It didn't actually spell out idiot, but I feel like it was implied. Nothing's worse than an implied idiot. Thank you, Commander Laddie, for the tier 3 sub. I like that I just disappeared, jangle, and come back with things like measuring cups. And so it was 2 cups of flour. Thank you, Lord Reaper. There's a 1. Boop. And put it down in there. Thank you, Candace Lewis. You have to be pretty exact in your measures for these kind of things, because the amount of liquid to solid is pretty important. Thank you, Kelbell. Take my ring off. And keeping on moving. Thank you, Hanada. I'm going to go ahead and crack the eggs into here. I don't know if I can do a one-handed crack. It's going to give it a shot, though. Fancy. I'm fancy. Thank you, Doomstar. Look, it's like I'm a real cooking person. What do they call this? I'm kidding. Not that bad. Thank you, Sorcerer. Make 3 trips individually to the... that look actually not that terrible. Hey, Sky, thank you very much. I have 1 egg left. What an untenable number of eggs. I always wonder on the cooking shows how they just don't like wash their hands ever. Thank you, Firestar. Like once in a while you see them do it, but it's like they handle eggs and then never wash their hands. Or I'm a little bit paranoid about it. Thank you, Billy. One of the mini towels I have laying around here. Like I need that anytime soon. Thank you, Dan. This thing's kind of cool. You can just like pump it to get the number of tablespoons that you want. Yeah. Oh, that's a tablespoon. That's a teaspoon. And I just this moment discovered I've been using it wrong the entire time I've had it. Thank you, Top Snare. Well, that explains why it was a little dry. 1 tablespoon. Thank you, Erica. Okay. And then there's a It actually called for, I think, a teaspoon of salt. I thought that was crazy. So I did a quarter teaspoon. Thank you, Shadow. Because I salt the water anyway. So I wouldn't overload the pasta if you're gonna salt the water. Which you should. Thank you, Bethany. So far, this is going exactly like the test I did. Which means, invariably. See, I have this very unusual gift. Thank you, the science. Bye. My gift is that I can do a new thing perfectly once. Thank you, Becca. I'll nail it the first time I try to do something. Thereafter, it will only go bad. All right, let's see. Thank you, Outlander. I'm making the well. So this, I anticipate failure, if I'm honest. Making the little well is kind of fun, though, because it makes me feel like I'm making a sandcastle again. Thank you, Jamie. So you make a little well with the pasta. It just means you make a kind of a dent in the middle. And then you pour the eggs into it. Put this over in the sink. Because I'll get to have lots of fun time cleaning that up later. Here, I'll put it over here. So, oh, you can't see crap. That's blown out. Thank you, bro. So I'm just going to start beating it. Like if you saw the video I did earlier. You just kind of mix it for a while. Slowly adding some of the flour in. Thank you, Michelle. So how are you guys? This process takes a little bit. Because it's... oh my goodness. Thank you, Beth. This is definitely much neater than how I was doing it before. It got everywhere. You have to kind of mix this together, and then you're supposed to knead it for about 10 minutes. Thank you, that Manitoba guy. I feel like something's already gone wrong, but we'll see. Thank you, Doom Guy, Evan. Last time I did have to add some water to get it to the right consistency. I feel like I'm going to have to this time as well. There's no accounting for the correct amount of eggs. Thank you, Jagerbron. Or J. Babsuke? No, who's that? They use say you, say me. Say it for always. Because this looks like not exactly the right consistency. Thank you, Joseph. But let's see. We'll knead it for a bit and see what happens. It's still a little sticky, which is fine because I got extra flour in there. Kind of work it. Thank you, Lady Faye. Well, maybe this is going to work out. Let's see. One way or another, I'm going to end up with something. Question is what? Will it be dough? I don't know. Thank you, Shelms. There's a couple different ways you can kind of knead it, which again, I watched like a dozen different people do this on the internet. Thank you, the Gamer Lucas. I feel like there's a show to be made in just things that you can learn from the internet and how good they are. The efficacy. Thank you, Wicked Sick. There we go. Now we're starting to get there. It's coming together. All right, I got some extra. Let's go knead that in. See that. Thank you, Eldritch. Gordon Ramsay. It's raw. It's supposed to be raw. Ah! Thank you, White Rabbit. Now we get to the kneading part. So a lot of people asked what music I was listening to when I was doing this last time. I think at the beginning I was actually listening to Hurt. Thank you, Under the Olive Tree. As many of you may have remembered the song from the Wolverine movie, but Hurt, Johnny Cash. How many animals do I have? I have 4 animals. Thank you, Mike Easy. Now I'm starting to get something that looks kind of doughy. It's a little sticky. Thank you, Shadow Star. But I think we're probably about right here, consistency-wise. Now there was the heart method, which was when you do this thing. Thank you, Hematocrit. You go back and forth, kind of roll it on itself. Thank you, Bronk. Someone tell me when it's been 10 minutes. I'm just going to be here kneading this dough. Call me Olive. I'll try and remember that. How's that doing over there? Still. Thank you, Doomfeather. Yeah, I have four animals, 2 cats and 2 dogs. Is there a cat in the room? Is that what's on? Violet might sneak in at some point. Thank you. You so fancy. Katie. My kitchen's alright. It's pretty nice. No, I do have a nice kitchen. It's actually, when we were buying this house, it was one of the things specifically I looked at was, do I like the kitchen? Thank you, J. Babe Suke. I do have a lint roller. It's over there. It's definitely starting to look like pasta dough. Thank you, Gory. Supposedly, I'm going to say the smart words that they said in the show. I don't know that what I'm doing matters, but what this supposedly does is it develops gluten. Thank you, Sapphic Jim. And I guess we want gluten in our dough. Because I was thinking, it's very strange that, thank you, One Crazy Iowan, this is essentially just biscuit. Minus like a leavening agent. There's not, this and Bisquick, I didn't realize how close they were. Thank you, Goradulations. Cover me in gluten, yeah. So if you're allergic to gluten, then I'm doing the thing that would be the worst for you. Thank you, Voltaic Scissors. People kind of laughed that I did this in the thing, but it's one of the things they tell you to do, where you boop it. And it's supposed to, like, spring back up. It's a sign that you're doing it right. Thank you, Rebel Alex. I have no idea how long I've been doing this at all. Turn that down because it really doesn't need to be up high anytime soon. Thank you, Miss MJ. I hear children. Is boop the technical term? No, but no one is keeping time. 3 minutes, only about 4. That's bad, it's fine. Thank you, Nikki. It's weird, there was the America's Test Kitchen version, which, by the way, you don't even do by hand, really. You throw it in a food processor, and it kind of takes care of the whole thing. Oh, thank you, Orvid. They only do it like 3 minutes. So, your results may vary. I don't know if it matters nearly as much. Thank you, Nightwolf. Go to bed, children.
We are in bed, Dad.
Then why can I hear you?
We're potty.
Go to bed.
I'm going to bed.
Hey, go to bed. Thank you, Morel. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Thank you, Baby Dragon. Okay, you don't need to tell me everything. Okay, stop talking, please. Thank you, Relby. I don't know if you can hear them. I hope you can't hear them. Eli was being a little bit too explicit about what he was doing. Oh, okay. Thank you, Crimson Drow. Great. Okay, I think this is good. This is about right. Thank you, Ryu Fire. I don't want to make it too kneaded, or I don't want to have it out too long kneading it, because air is also very bad for it. It dries out very quickly. Thank you, Nix. Cling wrap. Okay. What? Thank you, Asian Mantis. The only Asian we've known in the movie so far. Cling wrap. Nightmare. Thank you, Jabe. It's maybe just really hard to get it nicely wrapped here. Thank you, Torium. There we go. Okay. That's done. Ah. Let's not forget that that's raw egg that I just was kneading, so I'm going to wash my hands again. I don't think there's anything else I need to roll in that, so I can probably just lose the mat at this point. Ah! Thank you, Night Star Dragon. Alright, let's see. Pasta dough exists. Thank you, Kapow Arsenic. Let's gather the mat up here. This thing is awesome. I bought this at the same time I bought the pasta roller. Boy, is that more convenient. Just boop. Now we can work some more. Thank you, Phoenix. Alright. So, next, I'm going to start prepping. I did like as basic as I could. Thank you, Allison. Oh, see ya. I went as basically as I could, so everything is unprepped completely. And I lost. Thank you, Bookworm. That's okay, yeah. I'll tell you in a second here because I'll have to look it back up. The recipe I'm following, but it's I picked it because it includes prosciutto. Where did all my mushrooms go? I had 2 things of them. I'm confused. Did Laurie steal my mushrooms? How dare. Ah, there we go. We're good. This stream was about to include a trip to the store. I have 2 things of cremini mushrooms. I didn't even get sliced. Because 100%. Whole thing for you guys. No cutting corners. That was not cheater. I didn't cheat. I went completely uncheat worth. Thank you, Fast and 4. That's not. These are baby bellas or cremini, depending on how you refer to them. Rinse them off. Thank you, Phobopet. They are some dirty, dirty mushrooms. Oh no. What were you getting into? Thank you, Corvus. Thank God I'm not doing this as Spider-Man. That's the only way this could be any worse. Thank you, LB. All that dark stuff on a mushroom. That's dirt. And it's probably, mushroom on the floor. Em was happy. You gonna eat that? You didn't even notice. Alright. Rinse it. Okay. Cutting board. Don't mind the orange coloration on there. That is from, whoa, no. From carrots we were cutting yesterday. Takes a while for it to bleed off. Dang. Now, in a minute, I'm going to have to make the decision between whether I pound the chicken into 1/4 inch or try and cut it in half. I've never cut it in half before. Thank you, OBD dog. Thank you, Carrie. Actually, this is probably not the best knife for this. Sorry for the noise. I have a cheer that sounds like this. My apologies. Should really be paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. Some nice big chunks of mushroom. This is going to take a while. I should have just gotten it sliced. Woo! Nothing about this. By the way, for those of you curious, thank you, Voltaic Scissors. Those of you curious about the cooking with Jeff and Gavin, I've seen an early cut of it today. It's much funnier than this. So, if you're looking forward to it, you should, because it's going to be really good. At the end of this, I probably will have something that you can eat, which they may not have. But, I'm doing pretty big chunk slices of these, by the way. Thank you, Orvid. More, what does that mean? More knife? Sorry. Was it too terribly loud? I apologize. Thank Astral Saber. This stuff cooks down pretty quick. Mushrooms, I mean, so bigger chunks is not the end of the world. Thank you, Jadix. Something nice and peaceful about just slicing mushrooms. Slicing anything, really. There's probably a better way to do this. I just don't know it. Thank you, Allison. You're still here. Hey. Wait, before I go, you plan to be at Extra Life this weekend? Yes, I will be there. I need to tell Chad. I'm going to be there at... Thank you, Blackbird. I think Achievement Hunter will be opening the show. So I'll be there kind of around 8:30 something. And then, thank you, Lady Faye. As per last year, I'll be coming back, because Laurie's got to work, so I'll be coming back at probably 11 o'clock to co-host the game show with Chad and Jack. Thank you, Arvid. No, literally more screaming. Oh, gotcha. This may be more mushrooms than I need, but we'll see. Thank you, Marlinator. Hopefully there'll be less Chad kissing, but one never knows. Thank you, username. What username? We're almost done. Thank you, Johnny Nichols. That's a lot of mushrooms that I have here. But I like them. I like it really mushroomy. And the kids are kind of split on it. Eli's not so much into mushrooms. Livy loves them. They'll eat them straight out of saute all the time. Thank you, Tabby. And I do like a good raw mushroom too. Thank you, Miss MJ. Poor Chad. What does that mean? Poor Chad. Thank you, Eldridge. Anything to sacrifice to the steamroller? I didn't even know the steamroller thing was a thing until fairly recently, so I hadn't thought about it that much, no. Aw, thank you, Mop Dick. Sweet run to from my grad school scholarship. Aw, thank you so much. And thank you, Lethal Fate and Zombie Pandas and Liz. Whose Blue Moon was that? That was Laurie's. Laurie drinks beer. I don't. Beer and wine. Thank you, Zombie Panda. I'm the boring one. Alright, get back over there. Alright, now that I have that, I think I need to slice up the prosciutto. Thank you, Liz. Technically it called for a little bit more prosciutto than this, but yeah, it's fine. Here, children. Bad children. Thank you, Theodora. Ah. Thank you, Psychoma. Why is there a bicycle indoors? Oh, way back there? It's the kid's bicycle. We don't really have a place to put it outside. So it just kind of lives up there. Thank you, Curse Story. Let's kind of separate. Oh, it comes with little sheets between it. Thank you, Myers Racing. I don't feel like I'm going to need to slice this because it comes apart just getting it off the sticky thing. But I can't even tell what side this is stuck to. Thank you, MJ. Oh, there's two of them. That's why. Ha! I'm being defeated by meat. After beating my meat all these years, now the meat beats me. Prosciutto. Ah, this stuff smells so good. What? Thank you, Robbie. How often does she work late? Well, it varies week to week. Some weeks she not at all. Some weeks, like tonight, she's not going to be home until after 1. Thank you, Carrie. It's such a weird day. I'm having a cooking stream. I am having a good time. I'm trying to thing prosciutto for the first time ever. This is actually, I've never worked with prosciutto before. Thank you, Liz. That bowl chair in the other room, it's yeah, and we've had it since they were in style. Don't worry. Thank you, Orvin. That is not even used as a chair. It's used as a place to store outside things like bike helmets and pads and things like that. No one has sat in it in years. Thank you, Kayla. I didn't realize that this was going to be such a process, just getting prosciutto off of plastic. Let go! Your food! Let me make you food! Thank you, Kale. Caleb, not Kale. That was so close. Alright, this prosciutto delivery method is terrible. My hands are very prosciutto-y. Oh, that was a good peel. This is like peeling a sunburn, only less satisfying. Thank you, Jabberwicky. Walkie. I was reading Livy, the nonsense poem, The Jabberwock, the other day. Because I forget how I mentioned the Jabberwock. And she said, what is it? And so I read the poem to her. Thank you, Scarface. And she didn't care. Do you give your pups human food? Not often. Thank you, the Super Mex Ninja. Aw, thank you so much for all the subs there, Orbid. That's really sweet of you. Hope everybody's planning on turning up for Extra Life too. Don't waste your generosity on me. We got every year our goals get bigger, and we're, as I'm currently doing. Thank you, the Ryan Raw, trying to make sure we make good on everything we promised we're going to do. But I just want to make sure we do it right. All right. Thank you, J Babe. Boy, that stuff is really got to hurt. Thank you, Cookie Bagels. Boy, prosciutto is tough. All right, take it easy there, pasta water. Thank you, Alec Kratz. I'm sorry, I can't see very well. Okay. There we go. Murdered prosciutto. Thank you, Ghost Wheel. Now let's see. What was my next task? I think I gotta treat the chicken. Thank you, Pick One Co. I haven't checked the election results either, so Hopefully it's going well. Thank you, Psychona. Is this the one? As I look up the recipe again, this looks like the one. Was this the one? Nope, this isn't the one. This one called for cream, which I thought was a little different. Thank you, Pack Monster. Let's look for the recipe that I'm using while trying to use it. Was it the all recipes version? Let's see. Thank you, Hello Maya. AKA Katie. That looks about right. Butter, mushrooms, marsala, cooking. Nope, this is a different one. Nope, not that one. Thank you, Edgeless Pigeon. This would be great when I can't find the recipe that I was working off of. Is it Food Network? There we go. Prosciutto. Yeah, here we go. Haha. Who's this one? From Tyler Florence. Thank you, Patrick. Here's to you, Tyler Florence. Thank you, Orbit. Don't worry, I have plans. All right. Thank you, Varlinator. Someone's here. Where are you, child? Thank you, Robbie. Or maybe not. Thank you, Mop. Very weirdly coincidental. Should be some JRPGs. I know I like them to go Jack. No, we've tried a few. Thanks, Aunt Wolf. I swear I heard a kid running around. Maybe it was just the dogs. All right. Thank you, kid. All right, so we need to make the chicken. Why did I say it weird? The chicken. Okay. So we're gonna do the chicken first. Add the prosciutto drip to the drip pan. Saute for 1 minute. Thank you, Vic. Nice and brown. Moisture evaporate. Then okay, prosciutto. Then mushrooms. Marsala. Oh, thank you, Voltaic. This for notes. All right, it's already weird. Okay, I swear I heard a kid. Now there's kids. And kids and kids and kids. Turn chicken to the pan. Simmer for 1 minute. Heat the chicken through. Okay. So chicken first. Then prosciutto and mushrooms. Is it not call for garlic, really? Gotta have some garlic. We'll put some garlic in it. Yeah, I gotta have garlic. Definitely garlic and butter. Thank you, Ravage. It called for butter. It didn't call for garlic. Let's get ahead of garlic over there, so we'll cheat with the garlic a little bit and go with the pre-minced stuff. Thank you, Weapon Gojirix. Okay. So let me get this prosciutto out of the way. I feel like I'm Five Nights at Freddy and the children are dancing just out of my sight. They'll do that too, little terrorists. Thank you, Toxic Bartending. It seems like a bad thing. Okay. I hear them. This is going to turn into an ARG where I'm just attacked in my house. Thank you, Komodo. Gonna try cutting the breast in half. Never done it before. I suspect it will go poorly. But, you know, this is about experimentation. Let's just have some fun. I call them little terrorists? I mean, kinda. Don't worry about the cutting board. It's got prosciutto and mushroom on it. Thank you, Aria. This is good. It's got prosciutto and mushroom on it, both of which are going to be cooked, and this is going to get cooked. It's all fine. Okay. Thank you, Kakino. Okay. I need to pat these dry. Ah, dogs. Dogs are the number one hazard in any case. Get this out. Whoa, that's a... Jeez. Holy crap. This is like organic chicken. I thought it was going to be wussy and small, but no, this is like a bruiser of a breast. Could kill a man with this if I needed to. But heart disease is no joke. Yeah, it's multiple C's thick. If I tried to pound this out, it would be huge. Thank you, Kayla. Thunk. I'm just gonna get this one. This would be the size of my pan. Give you a little massage, yeah. Though on the other hand, it does make it flip it. Okay, thunk. Alright, so, in theory, the way this works is you take it and you just kind of cut it in half. And ideally, you get 2 even pieces of chicken. Thank you, Dr. Spatula. Which I think I have not done. It's close, though. It's actually really close. Whoa, why did that stick to the table? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. I'm actually pretty happy with that for first try. That's not bad. Okay. And then for this one, you know, like that little, why is it sticking to the, it's like it's glue. Okay, here we go. Try to get closer to the board. Oh man. Something very satisfying about this though, to be honest. There we go. Well, no, it's perfect. You can't tell. So close. Just because you could see through that one a little bit doesn't mean it went totally balls up. Maybe just a little. I'm gonna have a good time cleaning up after all this is done. Okay, we have chicken breasts, we have clean hands, we have stuff everywhere. Go ahead and get this started. Thank you, Varlinator. Don't slap your meat. Exactly. Pump it up. Thank you, Devinger. Okay. Let's grab some tongs. Ah, yes. Because I don't. Ah! The counter. It's been wronged. Thank you, baby big feet. There we go. Get rid of some of the stuff. Thank you, Stigs. Something cousin. Get out water. Chicken water. Gross. Let's season. Okay. Really, I wonder if I could use the pasta leftover flour to bread these, but nah, we're good. Yes. Is this how he does it? Salt. On one side. So maybe the other side. Pepper. Thank you, Sheila. Now, it says you're supposed to bread these with a little bit of flour, and I'm going to do that because it'll help thicken the sauce later. But a lot of times they'll say do salt and pepper inside the breading. As you just go ahead. Do it first. If you think it's not enough pepper, it's because I'd go light on the pepper because I'm feeding this to kids eventually. So they don't like that peppery things. All right. As per the instructions, thank you, Tetsukodi. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna put a little bit of this in it. Gonna make a mess. Good. Probably had a better way of applying that in mind, but that's good enough. And then we're gonna take a little bit of where's she got? A little bit of oregano. You settle down. I still hear children. I hear you. What are you doing? You need to go potty, but there's blood in the toilet?
Yeah, upstairs.
Why is there blood in the toilet?
I can't there's no blood in the toilet.
Oh, that's just from Eli's lip bleed. It's okay. You can still use it. Yeah, it's fine. Minutes before I was about to go live, Eli decided to headbutt his bed a little bit and split his lip. So, I'm dealing with that right before going live. Yeah. Probably not supposed to do this all at one time, but let's just do it. It's shake and bake. Cannot help. I'm glad that didn't fall out all over the floor. Yeah, if this turns into a horror movie, you guys will be the first to know. It'd be funny if I thought that far ahead. Okay. Coating the pan there. No, it's not supposed to be like covered in flour. See, look, it's got a good. And you'll see in a second. That's actually pretty good. You want it just like a light flouring. Alright, before I throw it in the pan, thank you, Nefarious Seraph. And double check what I'm doing. So Ninja's hiding and I whipped around to see if there was a child there. We're smoking hot on the pan. Nice and hot, chicken cutlets, see flour, shake on this. Thank you, Orvid. Heads up, there's a blur that ran past the pipe. Hmm. 5 minutes on each side. Okay. Alright, here we go. I should have shook off the excess as it instructed, but I didn't. Alright, I gotta get in there. Come on. Great. Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
Thanks, Alexa. You're the best. I love you. She never says anything back. Oh. All right. Now we just come on and hang out for a minute. Alexa, is there someone else in my house?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
She doesn't know either. Thank you, Cheryl. My bad. It's a little overcrowded, honestly, in the pan. I don't know why it's so blown out either. Let me see if I can do something about that. I hear you! Go to bed! Thanks, Song Slingers. Sorry. My bad. That is not in any way better. Why are you so blown out? I don't feel like it's listening to what I'm doing at all. It's not. Thank you, Kayla. I mean, I'm glad the kids are in the house. This is a seriously overcrowded pan. I should have used a bigger one. Normally what I do in off-time cooking is that's when I go ahead and start cleaning everything, because that way it won't be forever and a day when I'm done. In this case, though, I feel kind of like I'm neglecting you if I'm over here just cleaning things. It doesn't make for as good of a stream. It does smell real good in here, I will say that. Probably could go ahead and get prepped to do the pasta. I'm going to clean the knives, though, because I'm not going to leave those dirty. Thank you, Scoobies. We did the Amazon Echo Skyrim stream. What is that? Oh, God! Stay up there, please. Don't fall into the food. Oh, right. Hey, Orvin. 15, listen, you watch this. How many people? I can't even tell how many people there are. 1,500 people watching me watch this. I'm so sorry. The Bethesda bit from, the Alexa bit from Bethesda. Actually, I don't even know what that is referencing. Thank you, Nix. Oh, I'm so sorry. Have a good night. Yeah, don't die. All right. Go ahead and give them masala. Nope. Need that in a minute. Smells like wine. See how we're doing on the dough. Seems pretty unrelenting still. I'm washing the mat off real quick. Sorry. Be right back. Just hosing down the mat. Hosing out the floor. Oh, a little bit on the floor. A little bit on the floor. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll clean it up. It's just my house. I have to clean it up anyway. Oh, and everywhere. It's going everywhere. Yep. Okay. Yep. Well, move that off. Okay. Okay. There we go. Good. Get a pasta station prepped here. Any prosciutto. Alexa, stop. That does not look golden brown. That one looks better. Alexa, 5 more minutes, please. What'd you say? Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Setting now.
That sounds better. Thank you. I don't think she liked how I did that last time. How'd Jack do with lava chicken? He hadn't shot it yet. It's funny, a lot of people were saying we should get Bernie to do it, which I tried to get Bernie to do it when he was there for November's. And he didn't want to. All right. Grab a pasta machine. Bonk. Clamp this thing down. Never tried it on this side of the desk. Thank you, Blackbird. Let's see if it can work. I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe if I open the drawer. Yeah, no. Still no. Wait, maybe. Thank you, Shadow. Excuse me. Oh, this is not gonna work at all. I have chosen poorly to try and put this here. Thank you, Eldritch. Alright, the pasta roller, you get it for the... Yeah, I did buy it for the stream. Yes. Red Dragon in Let's Roll. Michael's the creepiest... Yeah, he's pretty creepy, Shadow. With the heat, it will proof faster. That's a thought. Thank you, L... This is much easier when Eli was doing the cranking for me, I think. Thank you, Spade. Thank you, Nate. Alexa, tell me a joke. Damn it. She didn't hear me. Alexa, tell me a joke. No good. She doesn't listen.
Apparently the uncle was too tall. He hollered over the fence.
I can't even hear it. Thank you, Stradigar. You can play Skyrim on the Echo like a classic text adventure. Oh, that sounds awesome. Thank you, Trix. I actually made some boring box spaghetti earlier for the kids. To go with meatballs. All right. Should I go ahead and do this? Thank you, Laura. Sorry, thank you, your friendly Gryffindor, for gifting to Laura, and thank you, Axel. Cookie Stream Hype. Excuse me. The sizzle. Sizzler. I wonder if there's any water left in the pasta pot at this point. Okay. Let's see. Do. Whoop. Donk. Donk. Wrap those back up. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, Emma's totally interested in being a food tester. A little bit of flour on there, because otherwise these things will stick like a madman. Okay, and you fold it in the middle like a wallet. Feed it back into there. Until you do it 2 or 3 times, I'm gonna be honest, it seems like the first try I do, it always works out the best. It only gets more not good after that. Okay. I started this at a bad time, because in a second here, oh, Alexa's gonna tell me to stop. Oh no! Thank you, Liz. Let Emma have a noodle. Emma doesn't need a noodle. We'll see. So if I'm honest, I think the chicken could probably use an extra minute or 2 on each side. Thank you, River. Every time I turn that knob, I'm making the gap smaller, basically. So that it makes the pasta thinner and thinner and thinner. Supposedly, supposed to do it so you can see your hand through it. Which to me is like the next to the last setting on this thing. Alexa, stop. I heard that. Okay. Thank you, Jinx. Handle just falls out. I'm gonna hit it 1 more minute on the other side, because I don't feel like it cooked through. Pretty good there. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute. 29.
Okay. Maybe as long as the last one, but say you test it. Test that. Fettuccine. Maybe. Nope, I went backwards. Noodles. Into the drawer. Thank you, Fire Not Phoenix. Noodles! The flour I put on there is really paying off. This stuff is not binding, thankfully. Noodles! Toss a little extra flour. Good. Gotta get that chicken off. Alexa, stop. Okay. Chicken needs to live somewhere. Okay. Becoming a bit crowded. Now, in theory, take this down a bit. Now the prosciutto goes in. Cable. Really should take that up. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Cass the Kitten. That goes for about a minute. Gotta somehow try to keep doing pasta while I'm doing this. Thank you, Catherine. Out of the way. You already exist as noodles. This is extreme multitasking, and I shouldn't be doing it because I'm not nearly good enough at cooking. Okay. Thank you, Anonymous. Mango mushrooms. Those cook for a couple minutes. Bring this out. Whoop. Ooh, she's still contracting. Probably could use a little bit more time. It's alright. It's alright. It'll work. Really, I shouldn't leave that pasta sitting out like that because it dries out so quick. Maybe we're on 1, 2 already. How quickly it moves. Thank you, the gamer. So much longer. Bonk. Longer but thinner. Thank you, Robbie. Toss that a little bit more. Nope, that's the wrong one. Almost made spaghetti. That would have been a fool thing to do. Always roll up the wrong way. Not feeding anymore. There we go. Sorry. Sorry, Emma. You're good. Thank you, Axel. I'm overtasking. Coming apart. Nice flour. Flouring's working out really well. The noodles are nice and loose. Thank you, Devenger. Get in there. Good. Things are really hitting up. They're really getting hit up. Really hitting up here in the stadium. Cooking stadium. Thank you, Orvid. Read me as well. You need more multitasking. Thank you, Sorcerer. Just trying not to get my fingers sucked into this thing. Oh boy. Yeah. Here's a thing that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't start on 7. Kind of worked, I guess. Let's fold that back up. That's a mistake. Thank you, Axel. Right. There we go. Perfect. Like nothing happened. Falling apart here. That smells really good. Thank you, Ice Pure. Alright. We're a little bit late in it, which is a good time to put in garlic, because you put it in at the beginning, then it kind of cooks down and you don't really get to taste it. So here we go, a little bah. It's a good little bah on garlic. Garlicky smell. Usually I undercook the mushrooms a bit because I like them to be a little bit bitier. But in this case, I'm going to go a little bit more full on. Alright. You're supposed to use half a cup. I'm going to go 3/4 for the marsala and the stock. Gotta let that cook out a bit. Cook that down before I put the stock in. Thank you, technician. Whoops. A little sloshy. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So it's equal parts chicken stock and marsala wine. Thank you, White Rabbit. Got a little chicken stock on it. That's fine. I feel like I skipped a few notches there, but whatever, it's working, so I'm going with it. Thank you, Liz. I can't read. Do about Ted Cruz, 1 for Texas. I don't care if you're Republican or Texas, or Republican or Democrat. Ted Cruz is just a piece of work. Thank you, Darth. The fact that his dealings with Trump have been astounding to me. That he I'm supposed to put butter in there. Whoops. It's alright. Still add butter now. Anyway, not gonna get political. But dude, I would have a hard time saying nice things to a guy that called my wife ugly. Not cool. I don't care how much I wanted to win an election. Thank you, Demos. Okay. Almost there on the noodles. Thank you, Mogwai. Last one of these. Remember to reset it to 7 this time. Good. Thank you, Axel. That was way too much flour. Over flour. All right. Last set of nudes. There we go. I really don't know how long I'm supposed to let that stuff cook down over there, so we're just going to go with it. Oh no, this went horribly wrong. Squished it to the side. Oh well. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. You know what? Cooking sometimes is about staying light on your feet and just keep moving. Make a mistake? Who cares? Just keep going. It'll work out. It's not like I'm baking. Somehow we keep skipping a notch. But it's working out. Okay. So. Thank you, Nix. You're welcome, I guess. It's markedly wider at one end than at the other. But whatever, you know? Who cares? That looks like a good spot to cut it. Whoops. Get little tits up at the end there, but who cares? It's still going to make a pile of fettuccine. Go in. Eat my pasta, machine. There we go. It's not. Okay. There we go. Lots of happy little separate noodles. Nudes! Who wants my nudes? That'll be on the internet. All right. So, oh, that smells really good. Thank you, Axel. A little bit of butter, because nothing's ever gone wrong from a little bit of butter. Thank you, Orvid. Whenever we get to extra stream of you cooking topless in a kit. I don't know that, yeah, on Twitch obviously it cannot be done. I also don't know why you would want such a thing, so. I'm going to work these back in there somehow. Now what I found that works really well for when I'm making this for the kids typically is instead of making breasts, I actually chunk it up into more like bite-sized pieces when I'm cooking it, which is really not bad for the way the recipe works, because you get more of that per bite marsala flavor. Just get that in there. Just let that kind of work for a bit. Okay. So we're done with that. This should be still raring to go. Thank you, Race. Smells really good. Thank you, Arrows app. I haven't consulted the recipe in a while. I have no idea if I'm still on what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, do that. Lower the heat, medium, add prosciutto and drippings. Okay, saute, yeah. And that stuff, I didn't salt and pepper the mushrooms. That's my mistake. I did get distracted. Cook out the alcohol, add the stock, simmer to reduce the sauce, stir in butter, return chicken, simmer gently, season with salt and pepper again. Thank you, Janet. So, didn't miss my chance. Don't worry, we can still hit it with a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Honestly, I usually, whenever I'm just sauteing mushrooms, even you can cook them in garlic. You know, put the garlic in at the end, kind of like I did. Or if you're in a hurry, just use garlic salt, and it works really, really well. Just hit it with garlic salt. These are all nice and separate. The flouring worked really well this time. I didn't do that properly when I did it before. Thank you, Liz. And give it a blast from the Spice Weasel. Bam! separate it as I'm dropping it in the water. Plump. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes. Bah, cable.
3 minutes. Starting now.
I'm glad she ignored the bah cable part. Make sure you keep it nice and separate. Gotta keep them separated. Yeah, you eat them nudes. There. Okay. We're actually almost done here. Normally, I also would make green beans, but that's not really that interesting of a process. Get that out of the way. I was just kind of relaxed for a minute. It's good. It's good. This has gone well. This is really good. Hey. You stop deleting my Alexa timers. Even though you're chat, that's fine. The really interesting thing that I noticed between making fresh pasta like this and making like from the box, when you make it from the box, al dente is kind of like sticks in your teeth and isn't really. I don't really enjoy it. I like going just past al dente when I'm working with box pasta. With this stuff, thank you, Jadix. You actually really al dente is good because somehow it doesn't really stick in your teeth as much. Thank you, Robbie. A request for a Julia Child impersonation has been made in the chat. Oh man. So let's scoop the nudes about. I like to have my nudes just right, just little nudes. Too much nudes really spoil your day. I don't know how to Julia Child. Now, in theory, that's actually probably done. It's not really thickened at all. So that part of the equation didn't so much happen. Thank you, Orvid. 2,000 people just watch you do that. I've done worse for 2,000 people. Thank you, Axel. Which is it? Just wait, Extra Life is coming up. Who knows what I'll do for many more than 2,000 people. I didn't add enough flour. Yeah, okay, look. It's okay, I just kick a little bit in now. Thank you, Mop. Ozzy Brown's M. Updike. As in term for lesbians. Okay. First initial last name, Super Dutch. Also the Blue Apron because it keeps sending me nudes. Alexa, stop. Alright, let's see here. We're on these. Alright. Thank you, Shazoo. That's perfect. And the beauty of the pasta pot, you just tip it over. Thank you, Hazemat. Actually, shirtless instead of just. That's just not the first request I've had for that, strangely. Tonight. That puddle from earlier. Now I have wet sock. Also not. Oh no! I'm an idiot. I dumped out all the pasta water. Pasta water is like awesome. Thank you, Cranky Jen. Recipe for Diet Coke cakes. Oh my God! Why? Look, I love Diet Coke, but not that much. All right. So here's what I'm going to do, though, because I like my nudes dressed. Makes sense, right? So I'm going to take this out, take all the chicken out here, now that it's gotten to play around in the marsala for a bit. And then I'm gonna nudes right into there. Because I like them good and saucy. This is where I should have reserved some pasta water, which there's still a little bit in here, so we might be okay. I don't want to overload the sauce here, which is why I'm doing this instead of just dumping the whole thing in. This is not the way they describe doing it ever anywhere, but is the way I do it. Also because it makes it easier to get my kids to eat it. So you're gonna let the noodles cook into the sauce a little bit. They'll kind of soak up all that leftover juice. There we go. It's really good. It tastes like an egg noodle more than like the Samoa pasta, which makes sense because it's definitely more like that than. Okay, so that's still on low heat. I'm just gonna let that kind of hang out for a little bit and soak up the juice. Thank you, Lane. Got one little finishing detail here. I'll plate one up, I guess, because why not? Man, noodles are good. Yeah, you need to put anything on them. They're just good. I just eat straight noodles all day. Now that is typically how you would do with most sauces, honestly. Marsala, they don't really talk about doing it that way, though. All right, finishing touch here. Get this stuff out of the way. Thank you, Fiona Bologna. Brussels sprouts. Ew. Bad baby bok choy. Sorry, you're looking at my butt. Ah, here we go. Thank you, Dragonator. Welcome back. A little bit of parsley, you know, a little bit of Italian parsley. Thank you, Orvid. That makes it green. It serves very little other purposes, but it makes it green, and then you could be like, hey, it was healthy with really big air quotes around it. See? So I'm just going to make it healthy. Just going to make it healthy real quick. Thank you, Kyle. It smells good though. Actually, I'll take it back. Parsley does add a little something, a little special kick that's uniquely parsley. It doesn't have a strong flavor. It's just like a little fresh thing, right? Thank you, Pinkle Flopper. I'm just gonna do a little. Ordinarily, you would just do this on the plate instead of just into that thing. But, you know, I'm just making one big pot and I'm going to put it in the fridge probably, so tomorrow's dinner. Now I'm going to get a little bit more fancy with it. You take some, some I hear you, child. Why are you awake?
Why are you wearing that apron? And why are you baking at night?
That is a good question. Is your brother asleep? And why aren't you asleep?
Because I'm not tired.
You want to try one of these chicken mustard noodles?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
Is it not the same?
Well, it's a little different because I made it from scratch. But it's the same kind that you like.
So why are you wearing that apron?
To keep my clothes clean, silly. That's why people wear aprons.
But why? Why?
Thank you, Orvin.
Why when it was so
Alright, let me taste it first to make sure I didn't mess it up real bad.
why are you with that bun right there?
Not bad.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to get one for you. What do you think, Liv? I did good? You want mushroom?
Hot.
Oh, a little hot. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's not that hot. Good? I love you, Liv. Well, I must have done all right.
Have another piece of pasta.
You want some more pasta? You want some fresh Parmesan on top of it?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? I already fed you dinner. You had spaghetti and meatballs tonight. You want some?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to get you a little bowl? And you want to sit down and eat it? Well, as far as response goes, I'd say I must have done all right if the kids will eat it. So, thank you, C. Ruth.
Tomorrow, can we eat for dinner?
Yes, tomorrow you can eat this for dinner. You probably don't want that much, do you? Livy made this bowl herself. She painted it. Very nice, Livy.
I'm coming over to get it.
All right, it's a little hot. The bowl's not hot. You can take it to the table. Do you want chicken in it too?
Yeah.
All right.
I love chicken.
Give me a second here. I can make that happen. A late night snack for you. All right, make sure we cook this through. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Yeah, did all right. Slice it up so it's a little easier to eat for people who don't know how to use knives or are not allowed to. Thank you, Mind Freak. All right. See how this. Thank you, Robbie. That's good. All right, Liv, here you go. Some chicken. So now what I'm probably going to do is just slice up the rest of the chicken and mix it in with the pasta. And just store it all together because might as well let everything get to know each other while it's thermite in the in the fridge anyway. Let the flavors mingle, you know? Thank you, Lime. So that's pretty much the stream tonight. My setup is completely torn apart to make this thing happen, so I'm not going to return upstairs and do anything else. I don't even have access to Discord down here. So if you like, I will be happy to read the Jabberwock poem, as I read to Livy. Thank you, Jaddix. I'm sure I can find that real quick. As a bedtime story, which is for those of you that are not frequents of my stream. At the end, I usually read something. Fan submitted. Thank you. I'm slightly bent. That was a really interesting texture. Because again, usually I pound it out. This is the first time I know this will result in maybe drier pasta, not pasta, chicken. But it really does make it kind of mingle. It tastes better. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Always Forgotten Panda. I will say even the smaller amount of flour that I put on there make it a little bit gummier. Thank Connor. No, it's good though. It really, honestly, it has a very good flavor. Thank you, Esor. I can't stop eating it. How's it going over there, Liv? Is it good? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You enjoying it? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Paint Baller Man. A little bit of prosciutto. A little bit of...
What? It's better than the old one.
It's better than the usual one? You think so? Thank you, Kayla. You like this better than my regular? Wow. That's a high praise.
I love all your dinners.
Thank you, Libby. That's very sweet of you. I didn't have to pay you at all. Thank you, Turbot. I guess I paid you a pasta and letting you be up to eat it at this time of night. Thank you, Skybolt. We made it with the help of all these wonderful people. Alright, now the chicken and pasta and everything's all mixed together. Thank you, Janet. It's pronounced Janetta. Sorry, I apologize, Janetta. Janetta. It's hard to tell where to put the break. It shows up in all lowercase, so I don't really get the tense usually. So I apologize for that. Thank you for correcting me. So you can't really tell, but all the liquid that was kind of loose in there has now been soaked up by the pasta. So all that flavor is now in there. Thank you, Eldridge. I'm gonna take a bite. Oh, yeah, there's Violet. So you can see her head right there. A little bit of prosciutto, chicken, noodle. That's good. Now, if you don't want to bother with all that, we don't have one, but these Campbell's Skillet Sensation things, they have a chicken marsala version. It's really good. It's actually, you just cook the chicken and you put it on top, and then you do the same thing. You mix it with pasta from a box, and this is. Thank you, Chibi. This is this. They tricked me though. This is a sesame chicken one, which they put in the same slot where the chicken marsala one went, and they ran out of chicken marsala, and then they just put these there. So now I have a sesame chicken one that I guess I'll have to try. It was supposed to be more chicken marsala. How dare? Oh right, I got out the Parmesan cheese and then I never used it. I do like it though. So, you know, grate some fresh Parmesan cheese on top of it, why not? You good, Liv?
I guess it's not from today.
Okay. Thank you, Sorcerer.
Papa,
I'll save grating the cheese over it until I'll warm it back up tomorrow after dinner. And I'll grate the cheese on top of it. It'll melt over the top of it. It'll be really good. Thank you, Kayla. Show him. Oh, Violet disappeared. All right. I think that ends the cooking part of the show. Now I just got to box it up and then clean everything in my kitchen. You're not invited to that. Thank you, Ice Bait Fire. World needs more Ryans. Do they though? Is the stove off? The stove is off. All the way across. The thing didn't fall down. We could help. I wish you could help. The cleaning stream, that would be great. But no, I'm going to be mostly over there. The only thing it makes...
I'm full.
You're full? Okay, bring me to the full.
I didn't exactly eat all of it.
I know you didn't eat all of it. It's okay. You already had dinner tonight. So I'll just eat the rest of that. Can you go to bed now? Can you bring me your cup, please? Thank you very much. Say bye to everybody.
Bye. Where's your orange people? I can't see them.
I can't see them. They're on the other side of the camera.
On the other side, I can still not see them.
I realize I was unclear. They're through the camera, not literally behind the camera. But good check. I know, it's weird. It's weird. It's a video camera. Just like you watch things on TV.
Yeah.
So in this case, it just happens to be that it's live.
I can't see it.
You can't see what?
The people.
No. You can see them talking right there.
I don't know. What are they saying?
Aw, aw, aw. Lots of aw. And a lot of people saying goodnight. Because they think you should go to bed too.
Guys, do you think I should go to bed?
Let's see. They're saying hi to you. And they're saying yes, 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 yes. Yeah, let's just, everyone said yes.
Well, I'm not.
What do you mean you're not? Come here, you. Hey, mind freak. Alright, say bye.
Bye.
Let me wipe your mouth, actually. You want to wear my apron?
Too big for me.
It'd be way too big for you. Hey, you Orvin.
What's that sound?
It's the computer yelling.
That's funny.
Come here, let me wipe your mouth before you go to bed.
I want to wipe it.
You want to wipe it? Okay, there you go. You got a little bit of parsley.
What parsley?
It's that.
Okay, bye.
Bye, good night. I love you.
Okay, guys. Who's the best in the movie? This.
I have no idea what you're saying. Good night, I love you.
Cool. Okay, guys. Bye, love.
Yeah, I love you. Okay. Yeah. That's what it's like to be a parent. Get used to it. Thank you, Kyle. RTX needs to come to Canada. I'd love to go to Canada. I've never visited, so that would be great. All right, bedtime story. Thank you, everybody that's going to take off. Tune in for Thursday. Thank you, Seal Senpai. I'm going to do my best to get the face paint GTA stream together, but I can't promise that it's going to happen before the stream. That's very, very. I'm a bad person. I'm going to make it happen. I promise. Thank you so much, Seal. But I promise it will happen. And hopefully it'll happen Thursday. I'm going to do my best to make it happen Thursday. It's Achievement Hunter really threw askew a lot of plans of life just because of all the travel. All right, but as promised, the bedtime story, I will quickly read the Jabberwock. Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. It's a nonsense poem, so a lot of the words are nonsense. Go figure. Thank you, Skidder. 'Twas brilling, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe.
One more question.
What is it, Bob?
I love you.
I love you too. Good night. To bed.
Okay.
It's that way.
Okay.
Wait. Are you stealing a towel? Why?
I'm borrowing it.
For what? It's not even a clean towel.
Yeah.
You didn't come to tell me you love me. You came to rob me.
Yes, I came to tell you I love you.
It was a heist. You were heisting me. It was two-pronged. I get it. Okay. I love you, too.
I love you, boss.
Bye. Okay, that way. Go to bed. Good night.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Thank you, Janix. Thank you, Dr. Goon. Thank you, Skitter. Okay. I know, right? How inconsiderate. 'Twas brilling, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mome raths outgrabe. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jubjub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. Frumious. Beware and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the maxome foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And, as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the Tugly wood. I'm having a hard time reading it, too, because it's very small and far away. I should make it bigger. That would probably help, so that my natural inability to speak is not challenged further. Much better. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabulous day, Callooh, Calais, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brilling, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogroves, and the mome raths outgrabe. I see you. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. You're not even saying words. You're just saying blah blah blah. Bed. You're the nonsense poem. Thank you, Axel. I did a poor job. I'm sorry. It's. Ugh. Yeah, well. That'll be it for this. I'll be back Thursday with something. I promise it will be something. What something? I know not. Thank you, Dragonator. Thank you, Katie. But yeah, so thanks to everybody for coming tonight. Extra Life coming up. Achievement Hunter. New episode, what, tomorrow? Maybe? Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Ice Made Fire. I don't know why she needed the towel. Livy, why were you taking the towel? The world may never know. But why were you borrowing the towel? For what? She doesn't want to tell me. So there's that. Kids. All right, everybody. Yeah, maybe she's just Arthur Denting. Bye. Love you.
I'm going from this way.
Oh, thank you, Max Mancini, for gifting the subs.
Are you?
No, I'm not telling the story. I'm done. So I'm saying goodnight to everybody. Say goodnight.
Bye-bye. And all your poops.
Kids. Welcome to the Madhouse, everybody that Max Mancini just gifted subs to. I hope you all have a wonderful couple nights. I'll be back Thursday. Watch all the content and stuff. We love you. I love you. Thank you, Steph. And Biosteampunk and Fire King and Solar Cryptid and Undead Music Raven. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And charity stream. Remember charity stream coming up. Oh, and if you're of the Australian persuasion, buy the tickets for the thing. Sooner rather than later, money men get scared if they don't sell tickets. Thank you, Golden Graham. And thank you, Scarlet Beta. Okay, I think that's it. It's still going. I'm gonna let the last one show up before it's one more. Scarlet will show up, and then I'll actually leave. Then start cleaning all of this, which will be the next hour of my life. So it's all right. I got food for tomorrow, and then the cycle starts again because that's. Thank you, Orbit. No buts. There it is. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.